Hey everybody, it's Chaplain Sal back for another coffee talk. You know what it is, you know what we do. Let's do it. Hey guys, back for a quick coffee talk. Just finished recording chapel service for Wednesday, so I figured, looking at my get up here, that last week, the last video was a little longer, but I talked about communion, what it means to us as Protestants, what it means for Catholics, why it's important for us in the church to do communion, how we do it, the different elements in it. And I thought, let me continue that series with some of the tools and tricks of the trade, so to speak, of what I do. I don't know if you really understand what I do and some of the things I use in doing my job. So, if you enjoy this, I've got a whole card over here of stuff that I use for chapel stuff, related stuff. So let me know if I can continue that series. But I figured, having just done chapel service, over the weekend on Saturday, I was over in Freedom and I did a graveside burial for someone, and I wore my stole. So after the service, I was just, waiting to leave, and there was a young boy, the grandson of the deceased, came over with his father, and he was curious, and his father said, my son would like to know what is the deal with your sash. And I said, well, it's not a sash, it's called a stole. I always wear it like I stole it. Yeah, there's some coffee. It's a stole. It is a mark of being an ordained clergy. It's similarly, it's basically kind of like a long scarf. But for clergy, a stole is, we typically, in most denominations, you typically don't wear a stole unless you're ordained. You aren't authorized to wear. It's a mark of ordination. So this was gifted to me at my ordination. So when you see someone wearing a stole, it means they're ordained. There's a couple, and I'll get to that in a second. So if you can see the markings on it, there's the cross. That is obviously what they hung Jesus on. There's the shepherd's crook. That's because Jesus is the shepherd. And a shepherd's crook is what they use to control the sheep. And then you have here the same thing that's on my arm, the Cairo. That's the Greek for Christ. So that's the symbols on my stole. So the symbolism of why ordained clergy wear stoles is from Scripture. Book of Matthew. Jesus says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and heavy burdened. I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and meek in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden light." So yoke. If you're familiar with, hopefully you are around Sussex County, you know the farming. A yoke is the big wooden thing they put on oxen or cows or horses when they pull a cart or some other thing. So a yoke is what they would put on work animals to pull carts or plows. Or so in Jesus' time they would have been farmers. Now Jesus traditionally is thought to have been a carpenter. So symbolically with Jesus, he would have been such a good carpenter that his yokes would be light. Because when you put a yoke on an animal to a work animal, you want it to not be burdensome, because you want the animal to feel comfortable and to be able to work and be effective, to be easy to wear. So when you think of it that way, clergy, at least Christian clergy, are work animals for Jesus. We do the work for Jesus. And so this symbolizes our yoke. So we put the yoke of Christ on, and it is easy and light, and we do his work. So that's a stole. So remember, when you see your pastor, tell him to wear it like he stole it. He'll groan, but I think it's funny. Anyway, that's Coffee Talk. I'll see you later. Oh, be excellent to each other and don't be a jerk.